up with the lark. I think I'll take a walk in the park. Hey, 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 it's a beautiful day. I've got someone waiting for me, and when I see her, I know that she'll say, hey, 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 it's a beautiful day. Hi, 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 beautiful Sunday. This is my beautiful day. When you said that you love me, whoa, my, it's a beautiful day. Birds are singing, you by my side. Let's take a car and go for a ride. Hey, 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 it's a beautiful day. We'll drive on and follow the sun, making Sunday go on and on. Hey, 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 it's a beautiful day. Hi, 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 beautiful Sunday. This is my beautiful day. When you said that you love me, whoa, my, it's a beautiful day. Hi, 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 beautiful Sunday. This is my beautiful day. When you said that you love me, whoa, my, it's a beautiful day.
Happy Polka Sunday morning, and welcome to the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio with your host, David Jackson. That is me, pleased as pierogi, as we like to say, to bring you the finest in polkas, waltzes, and obetics, and as we like to say, the occasional mystery tune thrown in as well. We are pleased to make our contribution to keeping polka music going and playing classics, middle-aged music, and brand new music. That was brand new music right there from John Góra and all of his Górale, doing one called Beautiful Sunday, and it certainly is. I send that out to Lori, my wife, the love of my life, and hope everybody out there is having a good day, whether they're listening live or listening on the recordings, where most people listen over there on Mixcloud. Mostly this show brings you Polish-style polka music, waltzes, and obetics, but we also have a couple of features we like to bring, including the Polish word of the day. So let's go ahead and do the Polish word of the day. It comes to us for free from Transparent Language. Finally, after all these weeks of nouns, we have a verb, ubierać się. Ubierać się. Here it is in a sentence. Moja szefowa lubi ubierać się modnie. We'll talk a little bit about more of what that means later, but let's get back into the music now. I hope we're going to hear Dan Gurry and the Dynadukes doing one called Ants in My Pants.
right. I got ants in my pants and I wanna dance the polka every night. Some people listening to a polka band, watch them tap their toes and watch them swing and move their hands. They're not crazy just because their happiness shows through. Just listen and then you'll start singing too. I got ants in my pants and I wanna dance to that happy polka sound. Like the fuse in my shoes cause the happy music keeps me moving round. Like to swing and sway all day when they play polka beats so right. I got ants in my pants and I wanna dance the polka every night. With my pockets full of money, a big diamond ring on my hand. I drove into town in a long black Cadillac. I was a man with a plan. With a smile on my face, I stepped up to the table and threw down $100 bill. I said, "Stand back, boys, give me room, let me at 'em. Prosperity's just over the hill." Alas, they took my bankroll, my diamond ring, my Cadillac. My life savings went down the drain, and that's a fact. But the thing that hurt the most about the whole darn act was his audacity to smile and say, "Please hurry back." To get me more money, 'cause I could feel a hot streak coming on. But all I got was a little slip that told me, "Sorry, your account is overdrawn." So now here I sit down at Western Union, waiting for my bus fare to come in. Home sweet home, I'm on my way. Dear old daddy's come through again. They took my bankroll, my diamond ring, my Cadillac. Had the audacity to smile and say, "Please hurry back." But when he grinned, said, "Let's be friends," ooh, I thought I'd croak. For if I ever need a friend again, I'll buy a dog.
Pójdę do dziewczyny, pójdę do jedyny, zapytać się, a jak nie odpowiesz, nie kocham cię. A jak nie odpowiesz, nie kocham cię. Łani werbują szabelkę do boku mego i ostrą szabelkę, i ostrą szabelkę do boku mego. Dadzą mnie manierkę z gorzowczyną, dadzą mnie manierkę z gorzowczyną, a żeby mnie tęsknił, a żeby mnie tęsknił za dziewczyną, a żeby mnie tęsknił, a żeby mnie tęsknił za dziewczyną. Dadzą mnie buciki z ostrogami, dadzą mnie buciki z ostrogami, żebym ja nie tęsknił, żebym ja nie tęsknił za pannami, żebym ja nie tęsknił, żebym ja nie tęsknił za pannami. A kiedy z okopów na bagnety, a kiedy z okopów na bagnety, bagnet mnie ukuje, śmierć mnie pocałuje, ale nie ty. Bagnet mnie ukuje, śmierć mnie pocałuje, ale nie ty.
Three, count them, three fabulous polkas in a row right here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show. Yes, indeed, we do bring you features that involve the internet jockey, the IJ, me, talking, but we also try to bring you a lot of music. That one right there was pretty damn cool, if you ask me. That was O Mój Rozmariniu by Stan Stawiarski and the Tiara All-Stars. How about that? I understand that is a Canadian band from some years ago. Before that, we heard two fabulous songs from Dan Gurry and the Dynadukes. We heard The Gambler's Lament, which I'll send out to my friend Mark Jakubowski, who, along with myself and some others, Niner, looking at you, do enjoy the occasional wager. Before that, we heard Ants in My Pants, a song about dancing. Send that out to our good friends Big Joe and Eileen. Big Joe and Eileen, faithful listeners to this here Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio, with your host, David Jackson. Let's take care of one of those other features that I mentioned. Here is the headline: Polish unemployment flat at 6.1% in July, according to the Labor Ministry. And this news comes to us from Polish radio. Poland's unemployment rate was 6.1% in July, unchanged from June. After a period of lockdown and the resulting restrictions in the economy, the labor market situation seems to be stabilizing, the Labor Minister Marlena Malong said on Friday. Malong, Minister for Labor, Family, and Social Policy, has previously said that some 5 million jobs have been saved throughout the country thanks to measures including a massive relief and stimulus package ushered in by the government to shield the economy from the worst effects, anyway, of the coronavirus. The state-run Central Statistical Office reported last month that unemployment in Poland has edged up to 6.1% in June from 6% in May, amid the coronavirus pandemic. Meanwhile, the European Union's statistics agency, which uses a different methodology, estimated last week that unemployment in Poland was a modest 3% in June, the second lowest rate in the 27-nation bloc. Hey, we don't hear from the Brass Connection nearly enough on this here broadcast, and so we're going to take care of that right now. I hope, because remember, there have been some transfer issues, and sometimes, well, let's just say songs will appear on the screen Their name will anyway, but sometimes the music won't. But we're going to give it a shot here and try to hear from the Brass Connection, good old TBC, doing a classic from them called Got No Reason.
Got no reason now for going home. All my reasons now are gone. Got no one there to talk to, and even though I know I ought to, got no reason now for going home. Once I had every reason a man could want for going home and making love, but now I don't. So I end up in here each night sitting and thinking, missing her, hurting so and drinking. I got no reason now for going home. All my reasons now are gone. Got no one there to talk to, and even though I know I ought to, got no reason now for going home. Got no reason now for going home. All my reasons now are gone. Got no one there to talk to, and even though I know I ought to, got no reason now for going home. It's so hard now just knowing there's another. She's out with him knowing that I love her. So I end up in here each night sitting and thinking, missing her, hating him and drinking. Got no reason now for going home. All my reasons now are gone. Got no one there to talk to, and even though I know I ought to, got no reason now for going home.
Siedzała na studzience, spoglądała do niej. Siedzała na studzience, spoglądała do niej. Jaka ona głęboka i jaka szeroka, skończyłabym do niej. Hej, hej, skończyłabym do niej. Dudni woda, dudni, ciemprowane studni. Dudni woda, dudni, ciemprowane studni. Zakochać się ładni, zakochać się ładni, ożenić się trudny. Hej, hej, ożenić się trudny. Kasiu, moja Kasiu, tyś moja dziewczyna. Kasiu, moja Kasiu, tyś moja dziewczyna. Jak ci się co stanie, jak ci się co stanie, to moja przyczyna. Hej, hej, to moja przeczyna. Świeci miesiąc, świeci słoneczko na niebie. Świeci miesiąc, świeci słoneczko na niebie. Pewnie ja nie wrócę, pewnie ja nie wrócę, dziewczyno, do ciebie. Hej, hej, dziewczyno, do ciebie.
Bystra wodzicka, pytało dziewczę o Janicka. Ej, lesie ciemne, wiertru zielone, kaj mój Janicek umilony. Ej, lesie ciemne, wiertru zielone, kaj mój Janicek umilony. Hej, powiadali, hej, ze Janicka porobali. Hej, porobały go orowiany, hej, za owieczki, za barany. Hej, porobały go orowiany, hej, za owieczki, za barany. Cijo, mili Janicku, nie chodź po orowskiem chodźnicku, bo cię te orwackie juchasy, drugie już Hance kalicasy. Bo cię te orwackie juchasy, drugie już Hance kalicasy. Hej, dziewcy słucha, hej, dziewcy płacze, hej, już Janicka nie obaczę. Że orowskiego zameczku ściany leży Janicek porobany. Że orowskiego zameczku ściany leży Janicek porobany.
Now, wasn't that a fine set of polka music? I think it was, if I do say so myself, but then again, I chose them. So that was Tony's polka band doing Hey Bystra Voda. You can tell it's a Gorali tune because pretty much every line begins with the word hey. And before that, we heard the Brass Works Orchestra doing the Wishing Well Wobetic. And we started off that set with a, maybe it wasn't the finest quality recording, unfortunately, of the Brass Connection doing Got No Reason. We'll have to check out that MP3 in the future and make sure it's up to the contemporary community standards that we prefer on the, what is this, Sunday morning polka show broadcasting network. with your host, David Jackson, who is pleased as can be that you are tuning in, because this is perilously close to pretend radio anyway. But the fact that we average about 300 or 400 listeners a week over on the Mixcloud gives us hope that we can help keep polka music going. And it's not like it's a burden. It's a fine thing. And hey, you listen to this show, and that's great. And unfortunately, maybe for you, one of the things you have to endure while you listen to this big broadcast is my attempts to learn Polish. As I've mentioned before, I take a Polish language lesson once a week, if we can do so. We do it online now, unfortunately, through WebEx. That's just the way things are. But before I'm dead, I'll have done my 10,000 hours of study and will have mastered the language as my final breath escapes my body. But here is this week's Polish word of the day. It's all one word, man. Put it all together. Ubierać się. Ubierać się. It is a verb. Here it is in a sentence. Moja szefowa lubi ubierać się modnie. That's pretty easy, truth be told. I think that shell is called the reflexive. Ubierać się. That's reflexive, I think. In any event, polka music is while you're here. We're going to see if this will work. Here is Yashu Yashu Oberek by the Heroes Orchestra, featuring Ed Biegaj and a number of other fine musicians. And we're going to try to play a live version of it. If it doesn't work, I'll just poke around and punch a bunch of different buttons and make something else happen. So stick with it. We'll see what happens. that's just a lovely song right there from the Hank Heller Ensemble. An interestingly titled song, an instrumental called Mom's the Boss, Polka. And before that, we heard some Dwayne Malinovsky live. Yes, indeed. And we heard some Ed Biagaj and the Heroes Orchestra live, doing the Yashu Yashu Obedic here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio, with your host, David Jackson. Just two things we want to tell you before we head back into some more music. Number one is, it is very important that you subscribe to the Polish American Journal at www.polamjournal.com. It's a great source of news and information concerning Polish Americans and Poland. And frankly, every once in a while, you see an analysis or an interview of something I've written. And that's a good enough reason to subscribe. But the better reason to subscribe is that it is the last that I'm aware of newspaper committed to focusing on Polish American issues. For the 9 million of us, my God, if just 10% of us subscribed, there'd be 900,000 subscribers, and they wouldn't know what to do with all the money and staff. But I believe the number is probably lower than that. So get off your dupek and get out there and subscribe to the Polish American Journal. Also, let's blast you out one more time. The Polish word of the day. Finally, after all these weeks of nouns, we have a verb, ubierać się. Moja szefowa lubi obierać się modnie. How about that? More to come on that later, but now more music. Here we hope to hear the Steve Javitsky Band doing a sad little tune called Bloodshot Eyes.
You're pretty, you think you're mighty wise. You tell me that you love me, then you roll those big round eyes. When I saw you last week, girl, you were all lit up. You better watch your drinking, or Yenny, give it up. Don't roll those bloodshot eyes at me. I can tell you've been out on a spree. It's plain that you're lying when you said that you've been crying. Don't roll those bloodshot eyes at me. I used to spend my money to make you look real sweet. I wanted to be proud of you when you walk down the street. Don't ask me to dress you up in satins or in silk. Your eyes look like two cherries in a bowl of buttermilk. I guess our little romance has finally settled down. You should join a circus, you'd make a real fine clown. Your eyes look like two road maps, I'm scared to smell your breath. Better shut your peepers before you bleed to death. Don't roll those bloodshot eyes at me. I can tell you've been out on a spree. It's plain that you're lying when you said that you've been crying. Don't roll those bloodshot eyes at me. It's plain that you're lying when you said that you've been crying. Don't roll those bloodshot eyes at me.
Treat me like you used to do. I see a faraway look in your eyes, and I'm afraid that we're saying goodbye. I had a bad, bad dream last night. I dreamed that someone else was holding me tight. close and whisper I love you, and that my bad, bad dream won't come true. I had a bad, bad dream last night. I dreamed that someone else was holding you tight. Another's arms were holding you, another's lips were kissing you. I had a bad, bad dream last night. I had a bad, bad dream last night. I dreamed that someone else was holding you tight. Another's arms were holding you, another's lips were kissing you. I had a bad, bad dream last night.
Da 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 da. Oh, dream about her. Just dream about her. Just dream, dream, dream about her. Wasting all my days, can't help it. Wasting all my days. Smile at me, that's what I pray. Put a picture next to my bed. Put a picture next to my bed. Can't get that girl out my head. They dream about her. Just dreaming about her. All night long, I dream about her. Now play me some of that accordion there now. Play a little bit of that piano now. Come on now. Come on, earn some cash over there. Now one more time on that box now. Get it, yeah. Come on, everybody get small now. Dream about her. Dreaming about her. All night long. Dream about her. She's an angel, can't you see? She's an angel, don't you agree? Come on over here, lay a kiss on me. Oh boy, she looks fine. Come on, help me now. Oh my Lord, she looks fine. Like a bottle of that French wine. Come on, sing with me now. Dream about her. Everybody, dream about her. Just dream, dream, dream.
Well, that was one super set of polka music here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio, but also the world, given that anybody, any place who's got a computer and the internet on planet Earth can listen to this big broadcast. How about that? All right, what did you hear there? Well, you heard the Dream Girl Oberek from the Charm City Sound Orchestra. You heard Dream from Crusade. You heard I Had a Bad Dream last night from Lenny Gomulka. And you heard Steve Javitsky and the boys doing Bloodshot Eyes. How about that? Count 'em, four big songs all at one time. Well, not at one time. That's not exactly how it works at all. But 4 songs in one set anyway. All right, let's get back into the polka music. Enough of this silly chit-chat, shall we? Let's hear Marv Herzog doing a song I've always loved, one called Du Wagel Wagel.
Wir haben schon Weiber gehabt, die haben uns nimmer gemerkt, weil wir ums Nosen rum, wo schnuppt der Wachsen fest. Wir haben nix gebraucht noch, wir haben gleich selber gesagt, dass uns am liebsten ist, am kleinen Priester war. Der Wagel ist mein Leben, der Wagel ist mein Freund, der Wagel ist mein Leben, der Wagel ist mein Freund. Der schnupft, der wacht, der raucht, der wacht, der Wagel ist mein Leben, der schnupft, der wacht, der raucht, der wacht, der Wagel ist mein Freund. Der Wagel ist mein Leben, der Wagel ist mein Freund. Wenn wir ins Ratshaus sitzen und kann an nix mehr was und so beisammen sitzen wie eine stumme Gans, da zieht jeder Bull sein Dusen aus den Sack und schnuppt zum Zeitvertreib an kleiner Priester wacht. Der Wagel ist mein Leben, der Wagel ist mein Freund. Der Wagel ist mein Leben, der Wagel ist mein Freund. Wir haben schon Weiber gehabt, die haben sie nicht geniert, die haben einen kleinen Dusen selber bei sich geführt. Wenn ich vom spät ankomme, 12 Uhr bei der Nacht, dann hat's mich eine Frau, ja Moritz kann da wach. Der Wagel ist mein Leben, der Wagel ist mein Freund. Der Wagel ist mein Leben, der Wagel ist mein Freund. Der schnupft, der wacht, der raucht, der wacht, der Wagel ist mein Leben, der schnupft, der wacht, der raucht, der wacht, der Wagel ist mein Freund. Der Wagel ist mein Leben, der Wagel ist mein Freund.
just a game.
Swing out, sister. That was Squeezebox doing Love. Before that, we heard Marv Herzog doing Du Vogel Vogel Vogel. Love that one. Oh, yeah. Here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show, where indeed we played mostly Polish-style polka music, but a whole bunch of other stuff thrown in as well, just to keep it interesting. Let's revisit for the last time the Polish word of the day, ubierać się. It means to dress. Moja szefowa lubi ubierać się modnie means my boss likes to dress fashionably. And there you have the completion of the Polish word of the day. Well, we've approached the end of another fine broadcast of the Sunday Morning Polka Show. It's not over with yet. Don't tune out just yet. Once I stop talking, there'll be some more music. But anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. Be sure to keep those emails coming to sundaypolka@gmail.com. We love to hear where you're listening from, requests and dedications you might have, MP3s you might want to send us to play. Sundaypolka@gmail.com. SUNDAYPOLKA@gmail.com. All right, so let's wrap up this fine episode, hopefully with some Alex Meixner.
Jak nie prosi, żeby nie udała, obietnicę taką się będzie